New face, new rump, stale tech. Let's drive the 2012 Acura RDX super handling all-wheel drive with the tech package and check the tech. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this RDX is just a dressed-up Honda CR-V. It's actually not. One of the key reasons is it has a turbo 2.3-liter 4. It also offers Acura's super handling all-wheel drive. You won't find that on a Honda either. The differences continue inside. Okay, now we have the fully optioned RDX. We've got the tech package. That means we get the navigation head unit. Otherwise, you'd have a very basic screen for audio and climate. But this color LCD is not touch. You can drive it with the Acura control knob, or you can use the voice command over here, not the Bluetooth voice button, the other one that hides behind it. It's a perfectly good system. It's got traffic, weather, Zagat restaurant ratings. The problem is, it looks like hell. This is a crunchy old interface they've had since the dawn of time, and I'm dying for them to overhaul it, which apparently is due soon. Now, the navigation, as I mentioned, is optional. It's part of what they call the tech package. Well, not really. It's actually a technology trim level package, and this is going to also bring you the ELS sound system. That bumps up the speakers from 7 to 10, the wattage from 360 to 410, I think. It adds Dolby PL2, which will turn any digital stereo source into synthetic surround. It works pretty well. And you've got a subwoofer and lots of additional sound settings. That $3,100 package also brings your rear view camera out of the mirror and brings it to the screen. Oh, one other thing we have in the tech package, you have a 10-second clipping ability of any song on XM satellite radio. Stores a little music note to remind you want to go buy that song. It's kind of like a really crunchy version of iTunes tagging. We also have Bluetooth streaming, USB for iPod or thumb drive, Bluetooth also standard for hands-free calls, and also that Acura hands-free link thing to set up service appointments or talk to an advisor. One choice on the gearbox, 5-speed automatic, back and forth, no slap gate. You can go to drive or you can go to sport, and when you want to pick gears, you do that on the paddles, which are standard on all RDXs. It's a 2.3-liter inline 4 sitting side saddle here, normally driving the front wheels, but it's also available with Acura's very impressive super handling all-wheel drive. 240 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque, gets this roughly 3,800-pound vehicle up to 60 in about 6.5 seconds, delivering 1924 mpg. But slap the super handling all-wheel drive on here, and you drop down to 1722. Now you're starting to get into guilt territory. The turbo on here, as you can see, is intercooled. It's also a variable flow unit, which means it can kind of optimize its own dynamics for low and high RPM to get rid of turbo lag. We'll see about that. Now, the first thing I notice on this RDX is through my ears, not through my butt. The noise. This car's got kind of a grindy sounding motor when it's under load. I'm not really a big fan of that in an Acura. I don't expect that from these guys. You don't forget it's a turbo either. You've got a really kind of a surgy, pulsy, peaky power band on this thing, no matter what they do with their dual mode turbo flow technology. You got to get on it and then it suddenly rushes power to you. Plenty of power, just not as much responsiveness as I would like with that power. The real winner here is super handling all-wheel drive, which works as well here as it does in any of the pricier Acuras. You can really feel it grabbing and clawing in corners. And it has the ability to over-rotate the outside right wheel by, I think it's almost 2%. So in other words, that guy can really push the rump around on the outside when you need to vector into a turn. Nice driver, good compliance on the road, and good build quality, but I'm not totally impressed by the powertrain. Okay, 2012 RDX starts at $34 grand. Then you're going to add $2,000 for super handling all-wheel drive. That's your call. $3,100 to go to the tech package trim level. You're going to want the tech, but you're going to hate yourself for getting this tech in some ways. So I'm kind of on that. What I would do is make sure you check out a Kia Sorento with a V6, or maybe wait up a little bit till that 2013 Ford Escape comes out with the new line of EcoBoost engines. Then decide if you want to pull the trigger on this guy.